student. Today we are continuing our previous chapter from from history, chapter number 1, tracing changes through a thousand years. Okay. So today we have to learn student. Today we are going to continue our previous chapter from history, chapter number 1. We have already studied about influence of history on geographical concern and what is the effect of the map. We have already learned that the Arab geographer Al-Edesi make a world map. But here you can see that this map and here is your another map and some difference in this map. What is the difference? First map show the southern India and Sri Lanka on the top. That is refer North India and South India. But on the other hand, here is your map number 2, that the South India and Sri Lanka are given at the bottom of the map. There is difference between map number 1 and 2. Next, in map 1, the names of the places are marked in Arabic. Some well known names. But map number 2, information about the subcontinent had changed considerably. Map 2 is more familiar to us. It means first map comparative to the second map is not clear our subcontinent, but in map 2 our continent, our country is clearly shown, like South India, Sri Lanka and other states. Okay. Thus we find that cartography in these two periods different from each other. That's why while studying documents, maps and text from the past, historians take into account the context in which a particular information was produced. Come to the next point, new and old terminology. New and old terms that were used in ancient period and medieval period. And what was the changes? What was the difference? Historical records exist in many languages, but we observe that these languages have changed over the years. Like in medieval Persian is very different from modern Persian. These changes have occurred not only in the respect of grammar and vocabulary, but in the meaning of words also. Like Hindustan has changed over the century in many ways. For example, in the 13th century AD, Mina-e-Siraj, a Persian writer and historian, meant by the Hindustan. What is the mean by Mina-e-Siraj? Hindustan is used. This term is used only Punjab, Haryana and the land between the Ganga and Yamuna. That is called Hindustan. He used the term in a political sense, not geographical sense. These lands came under the Delhi Sultanate. only Punjab, Haryana, and between the Ganga and Yamuna land. And next point is, in the early 16th century, Babur used Hindustan to describe the geography. Geography means fauna, culture of these country, our country. Amir Khusro, he was a poet. He used Hind. He did not have any political meaning like that. Minar, Siraz, and Babur used the Hindustan, this term. But today we understand Hindustan as the modern nation state. The term does carry political and national meaning. It means Hindustan, this term used today political and national meaning. Similarly, the term foreigner had a different meaning from that time. Today, we understand foreigner means these person does not concern in our country. That person was not present in our country. But in the medieval and ancient time, foreigner means that person we don't familiar, we don't know that person. Like Pardesi, this term is used for other person. Two persons living in the same villages or town were not foreigner to each other, even though they had made different caste and religion. It means today these terms used only to live that the other country, that person. We are saying that the rich person are foreigner, come to the England, America, Africa, that type of these terms are used. Come to the next point, historian and their sources. What are the historian and their sources? Archaeological sources and literary sources. Archaeological sources means the study of past culture and period of history. Archaeological sources explanation, excavation of the medieval towns, karwas, sarai and villages highlight the various aspects of society and culture. What is the archaeological? That the buildings, painting, coins, sculptures and inscriptions of the medieval period are the important sources of the history. First, buildings or monuments. Buildings and monuments like the Red Fort in Delhi, different temples, forts, palaces. They provide useful information about the development of art and architecture, as well as the social, political and economic life of the people that time. Some important buildings or monuments of this period are the Qutub Minar, Buland Darwaja, Red Fort and Taj Mahal. Okay, and next classes we will study about paintings and other arts aspects. Okay, thank you.